situation. I'm expecting, Miles, someone on Minnesota Rocker is going to drop a 1.3 KD, and they're going to lose by 100.
Wow. I'm with it. That's an unbelievably specific pick, and let's find out how it goes, folks. Welcome to the final series of this glorious Mother's Day, the 11th of this month. Let's get it. The records don't do any justice to this, to the way this matchup could well go, but once again, Minnesota Rocker playing a purple team. This time round, though, Ultra will be in their purple, Rocker in the white.
And, well, Rocker having fantastic nades off the rip as well. You saw that actually a great third-person view or free cam view. Shout out, Josh. But yeah, caught him in an 8, won a couple gunfights, get Kenny inside the time, and as good as it gets. And Geo lighting the kill feed with 2. If I was betting man, what is that, Geo? Maybe you gotta drop a 1.2. By the way, gunfights absolutely crazy. Geo, though, perfect start, 4-0. His boys back in time, and for Rocker right now, as good as it gets.
That's 5. Go on, Joe, make it 6. Or not. Pressure was there. Lovely teamwork again off the rip here. Rocker, this has been a good start. Estro, he's hot. Coming into this one screaming. And Kleenex find their respective kills, and that is the far left-hand side of the minimap. Locked up for P2. Take it or leave it, folks. Rocker's start. That lead's about to evaporate.
Yeah, 20-point lead, but now I think Ultra, one of the few teams that they are consistently able to lock down P2. Some teams completely unable. Toronto typically on point. Both players spawn in the back, though. So Near's taking the route. The timing doesn't go his way, though. And look at that forward down. Miles, we watched this map yesterday. LAG, they get a 4-man wipe. Hill would get broken 5 seconds later. Do we think Toronto is that kind of team?
Well, we're about to find out very quickly. Opening Nate Salvo, solid. No trophies in place to save Kleenex on the right-hand side. Inside, keeping this flank as safe as possible. Reinforcements from Kleenex over the top, picks up 2. Beans makes it a 3rd. They're not those guys, pal. Oh!
What's up, Kleenex? You love you some Skyline, don't you?
Oh no. No. Here comes another. Oh, no. He's not dead yet. You haven't killed him yet. Finally, you can breathe a sigh of relief, but that is Ultra seeing pretty.
Hey, perfect full 60. Congratulations. Also, I love the view of Insight wall banging through the couch and just staying alive. People roast him for being too slow, but he is buying guys like Kleenex more time to get to work. And you give a guy like Kleenex or Joe C's time to work, and it is just 2 pieces like this, a break on P3, and just facilitating this development. Clean and easy break, as good as it gets. A team kill rolling through from Rocker, so be happy to create some white time, but ultimately still, you got Ultra applying the pressure.
It's the right shade of white time for Minnesota Rocker right now, and now it's gone purple. So in we go. Inside trying to cut the back line open. Bean's going to be there to pick up. Oh, a nice 2 with the pistol. Holy for Holes. Over to Joe Deceives, who does exactly the same thing. Ultra, what a battle for Kitchen. They're cleaning up so far. Once the dishes are done, they'll go to bed. That's on the right-hand side of the minimap, and that's where we go to next.
That's also super heads-up spawn awareness. You can actually just see on the minimap how ahead of the game Toronto is. They might not break the spawns, but they spawn 1 player out in the back, and they read that. They know exactly what's going on at any given point. Communication always effective. Rocker, though, good hold so far. They still are maintaining those right-side spawns. They got P1 pushed up, so a good hold here, and you're back in the game.
We're right back in it. Rocker, can you do it, though? Here comes the squirrely approach, a little bit climbing, a little bit dive in, and it's Geo with the big kills. Hungry for the 3rd. He gets his fill as Joe finds it. But that's 3 members of Rocker alive in the back. The 4th man spawns close. Yeah, right back to spawn. Esro, don't worry, mate. You'll be close on this one again. Over the top comes Joe. There's the break opportunity, and Rocker are in.
Yeah, and shout out to Joe Deceives for that wonderful display of patience. Again, Ultra controlling the pace when they need to, and him just living in the back line that long, waiting for his second wave of teammates to roll through. And I mean, credit to Rocker. Geo tried to stop it. He went for the chow, but ultimately Joe just outplays him, and now he's got his ARs looking over the top of him. I mean, just maybe 3 different examples already of why we can see why Ultra are so good on this map. A tough spot for Rocker to have to play him on it.
Second set. The scoreline was nice for Minnesota Rocker. Now it's even nicer as it climbs over the 69 mark into the 70s. Nero's not going to find a whole lot more success here, but Geo, you had the hard point for a moment, lads. Now looking at another potential spawn flip. That's Ultra's name of the game right now. They've got themselves P1. A soak is good, but spawns for 2 are even better.
Good shots from Estriel, trying to add to the pile, but the teamwork there coming through from Ultra. Rocker, though, still get the break. Good nades coming out of Geo. You make sure you get the boys off time. And a P1 for Rocker so far this game has been the best hill for them. They need to make sure they win this rotation, though, too. 22 seconds to go. They do have those left side spawns. You cannot allow Ultra to break this setup.
And JV Craven happily sitting on top here. A power position. For the man with the names, sending Joe for the kills. Not going to be there. Spawns are still good in the back here for Rocker. The pressure's not enough to break it this time round. So Minnesota, oh, baby. The bend, no break. On a P2 we go. This could be a fantastic turnaround. As Kleenex throws some a mean strafe. What is this, Halo 2?
I honestly couldn't tell you, but I'll roll with that. I just hope whenever we get kills, a burst of confetti pops out and we hear a yay as Nero gets to be the man for this pushed out, trying to fry. Unfortunately, runs into a Jackal at that range, not going to win it. But first 20 seconds of this hill going towards Rocker, trying to play keep away, win the first two gunfights. But you see Ultra already backing him down and out of time. And now it's just getting swirly in the back line. Joe Deceives is running circles around players. Rocker do manage to get all these kills, but they've just exchanged maybe 15 seconds. So much time given away. So as good of a hold as it is, not quite the perfect full 60 they were looking for.
Yeah, a hold, but their hands off the wheel. You're not wrong, brother. Last final 10 now as Rocker. They might finally get broken out here. A 1v1 to decide it. Spawn still in the back here for Toronto Ultra, as you are going to get a little bit more of that scrap. Keeps the lead healthy. Keeps the lead fresh, nice. And the teamwork makes you another 3 dead there. Minnesota Rocker on the break to P3 again.
Well, I mean, good news for Rocker long term. They got the right side spawns. Bad news, they're running into the pre-aim of Insight. Nero, though, going to be able to get the trades. It is a trade fest around the time, and there you go. Rocker come out on top. Estriel gives you an extra 2, and Minnesota maybe have taken control of this game, except for number 5, Kenny. He made it to piano. Spawns are getting wild. Nero's trying to keep it under lock and key, so a mini-map that is looking wild. And I don't know who's going to come out on top of this one. Still remains to be chaos, and Rocker somehow end up with the spawns in the end.
A blessed moment for Minnesota. Can they do anything with it? You're not going to get this hard point time. It's going to be a 15 seconds going the way of Toronto once again, but a solid opportunity here to hold it together. Kenny finds himself 3 dead. Ultra into the hard point. We now go Minnesota Rocker. They're all tucked up there in the bathroom.
And that's huge as well. I mean, a massive moment. You create the chaos, but you are perfectly set up now for this new time. Geo's got grass. Your man and Point's got the front. Nero's got up top. You have everything covered.
Breaks from the top side of the map. There we go. Nero makes safe his lane. Now from downstairs, the lineup and not going to cause anything, and it's well gone, mate. Oh, what a collapse. Oh, my word. Ultra. A superb break. Before the wounds have even healed, though, Rocket right on their heels. Trailing now, still. To the front, we're going to try to hit this one. Nero from upstairs as well. The 2-2 split. 2 up, 2 down. Who's going to get there first?
Oh, dude, look at the, you had like a patio set up rolling through from the AR players at Toronto. So a moment of insanity. The only reason Rocker really didn't get the hold is because Kenny, the man that was on the patio furniture, was the first one to die. And ultimately, I think they bailed themselves out and sort of handled the mixiness. So, I mean, all things considered, not the worst hill for Rocker, but similar to that first P2, it's just not as good as you're going to want it. But staying in the game, I mean, a 20-point gap right now. So I was wrong about the 100-point difference prediction. Rocker having a little bit of fight, but still, they got a long way to go.
Well, third set, once again, Ultra leading going into this one. It looks like Geo tagged Kleenex back in bedrooms. So some very fun player counteractions. Kleenex and Geo, the battle continues. This time, going the way of Ultra for the second. Break attempt, good. Rocker are in. Oh, 3 dead again. And Kenny now trying to push those spawns, but it's going to be a good opportunity here for Ultra. Trying to get them out of time. Hold on to this one. Nero, the old poke attack, as he gets a little bit of chip damage. Indeed, more than chip. Breaks the guard. Oh, hey. Dear goodness. Nero, a 4 spree, but not enough to break spawns.
And not just yet. I mean, they're trying, though. This has been great. So good job, P1. Rocker might end up taking the lead on this time as well. They just can't break down the line. Last man standing, Joe Deceives, shredded. Nero gets it. There's the spawn break, and Minnesota Rocker might just make me eat my words. They got the leads. They got the spawn. They can win it on this B2.
Yummy! Over the top. Over Kenny now in time. Backline covered by Nero for a second. Joe Deceives going to get his now. Estriel, you have got a big moment here. Doesn't check the low stairs. Doesn't manage to get inside off time just yet. But this could be it. Opportunity now from Kleenex to get forward. Able to get in time. Yes, Kenny down. Last man, Nero.
Yeah, Kleenex is godlike, dude. I mean, making a double piece in that moment, forcing the pressure towards the back. Ultra are overwhelming. And how about that for a break? And now Estriel trying to be the front man on the squad. Great tags, great damage, but trying to find the opening towards the back, waiting for his teammates to group. The hit has to be good, and they're making it happen now. Kenny to time, has the sub to do it. 2-2 trade in the feed in last men standing. Look to be Minnesota Rocker.
We're going to see another lead change, and we're going to see a very, very closely contested hard point going into third. Wow. Nero, what a moment. 2 waves of insane kills. Gets him to 36. Here we go to Kitchen.
And I don't even know if this game's gonna end on Kitchen. I think the rotation might be a factor as well. So you got on the mini-map, Kenny taking deep routes. Unfortunately for Kenny, his team getting picked apart on one end, but he wins the gunfight and flips the spawns. So maybe long-term Kenny made the play.
Oh, he might have. Nero cuts down inside through mid. Nero, another 2. Kenny on the break. Rocker are in.
They don't have the flip, dude. These are spawns from hell. Ultra gonna hit this from every single angle. And look at that 4-man wipe, and now they got the spawns. It is a skyline at its absolute best.
And here we go. Ultra trying to hold on. Beans trying to make the play. Push the reinforcements. He gets a little bit of intel. Kleenex on a close corner and another hardpoint break. You've got kills. Oh, Kleenex finds another. Up close and personal with the Jackal. Devours Rocker. Spawns again. Spawns for new again, but you can win it here, Toronto.
Yeah, you gotta get the break. I mean, someone has to go from Rocker over towards this time. You don't have time to waste. It's 247, 246. He can't make it to time, and it ends on a P3. Holy smokes, what a game of Skyline.
What's that game of Skyline, boys and girls? Start of this series already electric. Both teams bringing the goods. That mini-map was,
I mean, dude, that
so
was
sensational, man. What's going on today? What's the deal?
I feel like Kenny, the first time he pushed me in, I'm looking at the map and I was like, I couldn't explain it why it happened, but like 2-2 split. 2 guys spawned for Ultra on one side of the map, the other 2 spawned like the back white, like patio section or whatever. And then there was like 3 or 4 different 2-2 splits. Completely unpredictable. Players doing a much better job than I ever would reading that in game, but ultimately much closer than I would have expected. Only a 22-point difference. Nero does shred in the kills column, 40 and 34. I mean, Kenny right there in the slang department as well. So the KDs, not too shabby for Minnesota, but ultimately Ultra, it's like the little things that they do that give them the win towards the end. Like they get the P2 hold, perfect 60. They get the P4 hold, so much more time. And when they don't have these things going for them, they're just so annoying. Even like the final P2 miles when like Minnesota Rocker get it, all 4 players, or like they kill 3. Joe deceives his last man standing over towards White Steps. He wins 1 gunfight and just strips away an extra 5 or 6 seconds. Like all of these annoying little gunfights, annoying little ideas just to build up and accumulate over time. And I think that's the big difference maker for Ultra on this map. They do almost everything right.
I think the one you were talking about with Joe was running laps, or the one where he was lying down behind the spawn stairs. Either way, Joe causing problems there. And every second really does count. I mean, we are joking about the seconds in time, but it is really making sure that your teammates on a map this small can get across to the other side, can get into a line of sight where they can actually provide support. That is what you're looking for here. And Toronto Ultra doing it right. Really great individual gunfights there from Kleenex. He had himself an unbelievable map in that regard, but those gunfights only get you so far. It really was the teamwork of Toronto. What a fantastic start to the series for them. Nero putting in the work. Don't beat yourself up, kid. You're a demon.
Yeah, I mean, Nero's definitely in contention for having the most 40 bombs in the league. He has quite a few in Hardpoint and Control, but in spite of the 40 bomb, simply not enough. But like, again, this first P2 for Toronto Ultra, near perfect full 60. You go to the next P2 where Rocker have the edge. Ultra don't score any points on that second P2, right? They never get a clean break. Rocker made the plays to hold down the time the entire way through, but they only got 30 seconds because Ultra, again, just complete nuisances. And I mean, the game you lose by 22, you only get 30 seconds. I mean, I don't want to call it a money hill, but it's, again, those types of things that Ultra, they are built different on Skyline, very consistent with it. And Kleenex is one of the best Skyline players in the game. Doesn't hurt to have.
does not whatsoever. What might hurt though is the next map coming up, Rewind, Search and Destroy. We saw this yesterday. Chance again, Rocker closing out that sensational round 11 in their game 5. Do you think that's going to be the case today? Is this going to be another nail biter, or Ultra a far more fierce competitor than the Gorilla mates? How are you feeling about this?
Honestly, it's an interesting map just because I feel like Rocker really do have some great tools on it. They've just failed to deliver at different times. Mentioned it yesterday. Kenny has been electric on this map when it comes to the First Bloods. He runs like Burger Street. On offense and defense, he has been a very high impact player. And his teammates on the flip side also can do a really good job. Like Estriel went double digits on this map yesterday, had a standout performance. They just have those few clutches where things do not pan out. But on Rewind, it does. However, I just know from Ultra, again, they do the little things right. If you give the opportunity for them to clutch up, I mean, every single player on that squad is going to take it. So Rocker can just not bring the same level of S&D they have had throughout this stage. They have to be at their top form.
Well, the form is honestly good at the moment. Again, I feel like they woke up today here on the 11th and they're looking fine because you've given them a great game on Skyline there. Keep riding that confidence, keep riding that energy, and again, the teamwork, very clean indeed. Sun goes down, city heats up. Fine, Josh. Kenny, you talked about him over by the old Burger Street. Yeah, and he's just gone and flipped beans.
Yeah, he's great in the First Bloods over on this side of the map. Beans met his demise. CleanX, though, in a good spot to get information. He can see players on the cross if they're going through blue or like the hole in the wall. But with a man down, still a very tough spot. CleanX, well, can't cross that with Kenny overlooking. And meanwhile, Rocker able to get the bomb down in just a moment. And they'll have a 4v3 for the post plant.
They don't have any numbers on the inside of the site. Oh, I saw it's two of them. Minimap freaked me out there. Pick a corner, any corner. Whether it's the laundry or it was pushing Kenny. You see the barrel, Ken. Yeah, the stun's going to connect. The CleanX, with not the coverage of his teammate, would have been dead and out here. So you know at least two players through the B side of the map. Ouch. CleanX on the entry. Snaps in from Geo. The backline safe and sound. Tobias Yul Jonsson 1v3. Technically, as a crossfire from hell gets Rock of the round.
Yeah, and Rocker do everything perfect. Kenny got credit for the kill, but I think Geo came over to double chow the street with him, so I think each player can get partial credit for the first blood in the 4v3. Like, happy to take your time. Don't make any mistakes. Clear out all the corners. Get the bomb down. And we saw Kenny on the street. He knows CleanX is nearby. He has Estriel for support in the middle of the map, but he knows not to overcommit because CleanX had the help from Insight. So if Kenny doesn't back down, he'd throw away his life. He does the smart thing, get out of dodge. And when Insight shoots his gun, Nero gets active. So, I mean, a perfectly orchestrated round from Rocker. They're going to need a few more of those.
Heavy hit here from Rocker. They're going for it. Are we going to bang the door at Jens? Hello! Whoa!
Hello.
Estriel, they're in. That's the kill. CleanX, oh, what a recovery. Gets away with his life. 3v3. Are we going to keep pushing pace? Minnesota sure are. Bad news, though. CleanX, he is the master.
Yeah, he's a demon. In the meantime, though, Geo actually does win another gunfight to even the odds at a 2v2 in the minimap. Well, you see what Insight's doing. CleanX is looking for information, and they got it. Freebie kill, and he spots Estriel. I didn't know you could wall bang that, but there you go.
That is the dumpster bang, and Estriel now truly in a difficult situation to be in, but not impossible. Hello. 1v1.
Shreds.
CleanX is on him. Bomb recovery. Oh, and he pumps the brakes. Oh my goodness. You hit this corner, Toby. Oh my God. He's backed up again. How does he know? He's going all around the world. Bomb plant? Yes, indeed. Estriel's going to check. Has to confirm. What? The 48 HP. 2 rounds in a row for Rocker.
Dude, massive, absolutely massive in that 1v2 where he did not have any advantage, right? He's getting tagged up through the dumpsters, gets out of dodge before CleanX can pick up the trade, and just able to fry Insight. Insight makes the smallest of mistakes by that 18-wheeler. Out in the open, exposed just for a moment. Estriel guns him down and makes the perfect play. S&D kid through and through. Estriel is one of those, like, I mean, he was grinding Black Ops 4 in the offseason and just running pro players' pockets. So he loves him some S&D, and Rewind has been very kind to him. Again, double digits yesterday in the game 5 to make sure the team clutches up. And they've been terrible in the game 5. So he is delivering for the squad. And delivering here once again. Rocker up 2-0.
3 spree allowing the boys to really run this one. Not going to run too far though. That trophy system does save the nades, but Joe deceives, Beans, you name it, boys, kicking ass. Estrel's eyes on 1 and a free kill to his name as well. Great shots on the Joe, not enough for the kill. All down to Nero's. This round is basically over.
Just chomping on that gum. Nice.
And those are some shots. Ton of information passed out here. Again, the Ultra Boys playing that formation very tight. And now we get loose. Now we spread out. And whoa, that's a 1v1 win you wanted. The double back. Insight playing it slow still. Beans with eyes on A. There's the crossfire you wanted from Ultra. He let Nero just roam his way into that.
Yeah, another great aspect of Insight's game. He is just almost always in the perfect position, playing with the angles, watching one cross, but make sure he has his screen so he can see the elephant push as well and gives the comm immediately. I think Insight's one of the players, like, he's not playing in the same way as Kenny on like Burger Street necessarily, of like going for the chows, looking for the aggressive first bloods, but he really just is a facilitator. He's always getting the information. He's always like sort of telling basically Joe Deceives and Kleenex how they can play the game and what you can get away with. Incredibly valuable to the team is Insight. Massive reason for their success.
That really helps. Trades and mid-map certainly do as well. Oh, Kenny managed to walk over the win, and that is a one shot that is never going to get away. 1v1, and that is it. We talked about the teamwork, the facilitation, and the name of the game. Ultra, get it done. A 1v1 of no note at all. A simple trade.
Yep, and the reason Beans was able to snap like that is, again, he's just getting these comms. I assume it was a similar situation when Kenny's running through the street. Kenny makes the play, honestly, might have broken Insight's angles or in that capacity just to get the kill. But then he's caught out to dry, absolutely dead to rights. So the first blood there, the difference maker. Ultra kick things off, and all of the trades are perfect. We got ourselves a game, 2-2 tied up. Rocker back on the attack, and we're driving.
A real fast turnaround there. Joe's in trouble here. That might have caused damage. You're not going to be able to get anything over the top there. That trophy certainly helpful. Yeah, Joe was in an issue there. Love this. How does he know? That might have been a hop check over the wall. Somebody passing that intel to him straight away. And now the aggression. Ultra hit go. Insight on the left flank. Beans now keeping the bomb as safe as he can. He has eyes on it for now. Estriel and Kenny, a very difficult retake down a man. Oh
yeah,
dear.
Just everywhere you go, Insight is cutting the map in some ridiculous way. And trades instant. Good try there out of Estriel, but nothing we're able to cook up. And in spite of the fact that Kenny is still outstanding in the first blood category in that section of the map, he caught Kleenex for absolute free. The breakdown happens instantly. And Miles, I have to imagine you're correct that someone is just spotting out where that player is planning for Joe Deceives, just a Kool-Aid man and know exactly where to pre-aim. So information game always on point. And then Insight also knows, hey, if Joe's getting the kill in this spot, where's the pressure going to be coming from after the fact? Insight reads that, reads Kenny on the pinch. And Insight is a monster in S&D. And he's only 5-2. Telling you, man, underrated.
Once again from Ultra, it's a tight setup, shoulder to shoulder. Oh, Nero. That was a challenge. He wanted it. He got it. The nade's... The nade was almost so great from Kleenex, but it's going to send in Beans. He also has bomb. Everybody got plant street coverage now, so 1v1 he's going to help out in. Kenny is in serious trouble here. Over the wall, from the hip. Beans for 2. Oh, Gio, this is not going to happen. This is 4 rounds in a row for Toronto Ultra. The takeover on Rewind is still there.
Yeah, I mean, that's lights out. You don't get the first blood, you're going to have a bad time, and Beans just making a nice little highlight reel play there as well. And once again from Ultra, I mean, super heads-up gameplay. Like, they had the double challenge on Kenny on the truck, but Beans just knows someone is going to try to come help Kenny. And also Nero, I mean, dude, you don't have to...
He doesn't know this too.
That.
He doesn't know there's two players. He's thought, I'm challenging.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if you don't know though, like maybe not.
That was a Fafo moment for sure. Like, he found out real quick. He's finding out again currently. His teammates on the other side. Hey, good coverage from Ken. That was a really tight angle to work with. And Estriel now pushing advantage. Man up. He and Nero now full HP, loaded pockets. And they didn't see the barrel. Oh my good God. Who is that on the other side of the wall? Gee, they haven't checked it. Beans is here. Out like a light. Walks away with the near gunfight win. Kleenex is there for the try.
Oh my God.
Shut a front door. It's a 2v1.
Estriel's trying to bail you out, and I mean, dude, he can't even do it. There's nowhere you can go. Every exit covered, and again, the teamwork there from Toronto Ultra continues to be world class. I mean, you had Beans completely dead to rights. Two players going for the trades, but Kleenex just hops over the wall. He's there for the coverage and the communication perfect on who's one shot and where they are. I mean, it's chaotic, so a lot of luck is involved in these moments as well, but if you're doing the little things right, more often than not, you will end up lucky.
Oh, man. The new sheriff in town, Beans. He got that iron on his hip. A nice 3 kills from him on this round. Beautiful stuff. And a pure joy and an elated player cams. 5 spree insight, 4 spree Beans. Potential final round here. Rocker on the much deeper defense.
Yeah, Insight hasn't died since round 2, so that's how things are going for Ultra.
He's got a gift for Minnesota. A lot of cover on this map, but now impeccable information gain, let alone the kill. Ultra now move in a position. This is the victory lap.
Yeah, and I think Insight spotted Kenny on the pinch too, so number 4 is going to be looking at that. Yeah, absolutely ready for Kenny. There is nowhere these Rocker players can go without getting sniffed out.
There it is, the sniff complete, and he caught a full whiff of Kenny. Geo once again, a 1v4, an admirable amount of damage dealt. Eyes onto the next man. Oh, T-Buggers. Benjamin Beans calls in the RC and lets it rip. From one car to another. Bang. Ultra 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that is just unnecessarily rude. That's messed up, man. That's not cool, but I appreciate it. I needed that laugh because that was a beatdown. Rocker, the first round they played, I mean, literally perfectly calculated. It was everything you wanted. It was bread and butter. A thing of beauty. Round number 2 doesn't go as great. Estriel bails you out and has a ridiculous 1v2 clutch. And then you lose 6 in a row because Ultra flipped the switch. And look at that from Kenny, man. 3 first bloods on the street. I mean, he sort of provided, at least in that category, I suppose, not too involved after the fact, but otherwise you are just getting slaughtered. Nero 0 for 3 in the first blood battle, and I mean, Insight, he died twice and went, I'm good, I'm not doing that anymore. One of the rare hellstorms earned in Search and Destroy. Again, Insight, I keep standing him and saying his name and singing his praises as much as I can for good reason. He does stuff like that.
You are well heard, mate. Well heard. Well, 2-0 at the half, an incredibly dominant and very, very flashy victory there from the Toronto Ultra boys. It's back to the desk. Clint, you know he was thinking about Bix when the Death Star killed him. You know he did.
He was.
Yeah, I was. I'll be honest with you. I didn't hear what he said at all.
Something about a Death Star and Bix.
Well, he was talking Andor. Dude, I caught up on Andor. It's incredible. No, I didn't have anything turned up loud enough. I actually didn't hear what he said. Oh, dude, wait till he tweets a photo.
Maven Sundays. One day we're going to teach him how to plug in.
I texted Miles a photo of me crying to an episode of Andor, and he's got to say it forever. There's literally tears coming down my face. He's going to use that.
I can't wait till he drops that. And right now, he could use it on the side of the Minnesota Rocker. I mean, honestly, Minnesota losing that first match to Vegas put them in a position where they need an upset in one of these matches, right?
Yeah.
And we thought potentially this could be it because you look at the map set and it's like, okay, they played a lot of rewinds. The one loss that we've seen in recent memory on the rewind was around 11, right? So they've been solid on this map. Not the case here. I mean, you saw them go up 2-0 early, and then Toronto Ultra just kind of turn it on. Some aggressive pushes through street. One of their defenses, they just catch them off guard, and then after that, you see Kenny try to get tricky, get behind, and just kind of sniff that out. And it's like Toronto just 6 rounds straight. Insight finds a hellstorm, and it's just lights out from there.
No, I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of this. Yes, they do have some similar map strengths, but just Ultra are better at all of them is the problem. And they're the better team, and you're seeing it here throughout throughout the first 2 maps. Yes, it was a close one for Rockery. He had some opportunities. You and I were a little frustrated, and one of the moments in that map one.
Yeah, man.
This is something that ever since I think like squad spawns in 2019, like this concept in Hardpoint, like sometimes when a team gets 4 dead, like they get the kills, like they kill 4, spawns are just, it's like where are they going to spawn? Because if you get 3 dead and there's at least 1 enemy player up, you have a better idea. When you get 4 dead and just get punished by, like we've seen it a million times in the last like 5 years, but it still pisses me off every time.
Yeah, it was super unfortunate.
Time for our scuff play of the game. It came from game 1 and it came from a man named Tobias. Shall we walk you through this one, Nameless?
Yeah, Toby's an absolute beast.
Animal.
The rip of the game, he started off just frying, was a
Yeah.
6 streak. We get down to the wire here, and you know, this is the end of the map. We get to this P3, and as Clint mentioned, there was a 4 down on the side of the Minnesota Rocker. It actually happens right after Toby's finding those kills, and then they have to come in and rebreak. And what happens is Joe finds one, allows Kleenex to get to the hill, and once Kleenex gets in and around this hill, he's just finding kills from the rat corner, left and right. Nothing you can do. They close it out.
The man is just tossing hand warmers. He's just loving life. No challenge yet today.
No, I guess it's one of those days, bro. 3-0s all over the place.
3-0s.
I hate
All right.
these days.
It could be wrapping up.
I hate them, but I love them because we're hitting a driving range.
Yeah, but I
With
want to
the Call
have
of
one
Duty
game
League
5, bro.
Believe it or not, guys, we have a big event that we should sell tickets to. DreamHack Maven is going to his first, and you can shake his hand.
Yeah.
Make sure you use Purell first, but it's going to be DreamHack.com/Dallas/CDL for your tickets. Watch all 12 of your teams before 4 of them get knocked out before champs.
You would kill it as a Kratos cosplay.
Oh my God, yes.
Wow.
I would, dude.
My dude is ripped.
I think I'd be a good cosplayer.
Miles could do Johnny Bravo.
Okay. I like that.
What would that guy in the middle play?
He's so famous, he'd play himself.
Yeah,
Right?
just himself.
The
Yeah.
king.
Man.
What a handsome gent, too.
All right.
Or who's that like? Who's that one like redhead like artist that's really big? What can't I think of his
Ed
name right now?
Sheeran?
Yeah, he'd be like Ed Sheeran.
Ed
Could not think Ed Sheeran's name
Ed
of life in that.
Sheeran is
I
that
can't-
one redheaded artist.
Carrot
Miles, do you know
Top
any more?
or
Carrot
something.
Top. Yeah,
Carrot
low
Top.
key.
Maven Sunday.
Chance could do like Ask
Ant's a
Ketchum.
huge Ed Sheeran fan. I've got no tracks, otherwise we'd be singing now. All right, let's just do it. Let's rip the band-aid. Let's deal with this game of control. Chance Ultra, too good, too clean, too fast, too good looking, and arguably smelling as well. How do we feel about this game of control?
The same way Daft Punk felt about the Discovery album, maybe something like that. Yeah, I mean, on Control on point, 100% win rate there on the old attacking rounds. Granted, specifically in this stage, but obviously guys are phenomenal, right? I think Beans maybe his first like 2 series back, he's playing a little bit slow. Got to get back in the swing of things. His team is still getting wins, so you don't really care. Yeah, he's been just fine. He has had a few different highlight reel-esque plays so far in this series, and I mean, if he's getting the vibes flowing, sure, standout player map 3, why not?
I mean, it's standout player, but it really is the whole team, man. Toronto have come to a very, very fluid game as a squad. I'm excited to see how they can look on this game of control. For Rocker, I mean, of course, all reverse sweeps are built on hope, but I think hope right now is the one thing that they do not have. I think it's starting to just cut away from them. It's getting peeled back one map at a time, and they're tough and tougher opponents. They're never going to give up these free wins. You've got to snatch it. You have to battle it back yourself. And okay, look.
Do you know how much I'd love to see the second best objective player having a KD like that? I love Joe DeCease.
Yeah.
Unabashedly. Big fan.
Big fan. Big fan. And these big fans will be wearing away in this next one. Vault, here we go. Rocker, time to turn it all around. It's time to believe. You got to lock in. How you doing, bro? How you doing, son? No, lock in. Just lock in.
Are you talking to your actual son?
No, he doesn't know what lock in means. He's not even 2.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh yeah, you know why? Because he's already logged in. Can't not be logged in. I was talking about the Rocker tweet. Here we go.
Yeah, I hear you. Rocker, by the way, for what it's worth, I think have actually been playing pretty well. Like playing their game, the tools that they have. Like again, Kenny for the first blood delivering. Near on map 1, dropped the 40. So I think Rocker are bringing sort of like their A game. I think Toronto, just better so far. So we'll see if they can sort of make up for that. Good opening break nonetheless. 2 players near the zone. Kills falling into their laps. Trades rolling through. Nero, good patience. Didn't get the gunny, and this is where Ultra, I mean, they never look back. They get a 4-man wipe, and I feel like they're guaranteed to win the round.
Well, if you're getting your A game, it just feels like Ultra's got the A++. I'm not going to say S rank just yet, but they're bringing the absolute noise. Kenny, come on, son, Kenny. There's another one here. Whoa, okay. Beans finds 2 with the Jackal, and we keep the A zone absolutely perfect right now. Geo from upstairs. Lovely tags into Joseph Decevicus. He goes down, and now an opportunity to keep the A zone. I mean, at least for now, a battle that you can contest for.
Well, you gotta be worried about the catwalk. Geo's trying to pick that up. Underground route being taken, flying through the front. Ultra looking for it. I mean, all the trades are gonna start to roll through. Minnesota edge up, and then Beans gives you 2. Geo wins that gunfight. Maybe Rocker have it instead. They're back in their spawn.
And once again, it's the same looking kill feed. It's Beans with 2. It's just the perfect way. Ultra flow. It's the system they have in place to retake that A zone on the attack. And oh dear God, Insight is now at P2 hanging out with both weapons, causing issues. The A zone's still getting captured though, so Joe's doing what he can to buy that time, but it's not going to pull too much here from the Ultra lads. Kleenex is going to get the gunfights done from the front door. Beautiful stuff. Final few seconds. And there is a chance. There's a hope with 10 to go. Get in there, lads.
They're gonna try. Going for the mid hit. Kleenex. Easy one. Difficult too, but then the trades are just completely there because Ultra's teamwork always on point. It must be an absolute trip to play against Ultra in the sense of like, depending on who you're taking a gunfight, like you either have to deal with Insight because he is a sole player playing like a snail in some weird corner like behind the pool, and you're just annoyed of those gunfights, and then you got to deal with Kleenex just running it down. And everything's so perfect in a sense of like, you know, Geo going through the catwalk, looking at players in the pillars. They're always dancing around it in like a very well orchestrated way. A very dialed in team. Everybody knows the plan.
Yeah, Rocket, it looks like you feel like you have an idea of, you know, where a few players are. You got an idea of how the attack's going to come, and then bang, you get sucker punched by Kleenex out of nowhere. While you're reeling, Joe Deceives and Beans find theirs, and Insight walks over your corpse and captures the zone. Here we go. 3 dead. This is about as good a start you can possibly get. There's the last man. That zone is flying, folks. Second segment gone, and it is going to be a perfect A capture. Toronto Ultra now march towards B.
Yeah, Geo didn't even want to try. That's how bad that opening break went. And now Kleenex is trying to maybe get over towards Art. 2 kills and a feed, sliding past the point. He's found the route to get through. Goes for the challenge instead. And look at him, objectively minded. The SMG players I dream about.
Oh, he just takes a couple of steps back. Joe's going to keep playing his life. Kleenex now fills that role immediately. Look at this, folks. Insight again. Tags all over the shop. Playing a close corner here from the hit into Kenny. Estriel had eyes on, but the capture still continues, folks. Second segment gone. The pressure from the front, and the map is teetering on the edge of over. Toronto Ultra. Simply too good.
I mean, listen, I'm not expecting you to get this answer right. Did you see how many deaths Ultra had in that round?
I think it was none.
No, 3. They had 3 deaths in the entire round, and they captured both zones. That is... I don't know if that's the record. I think there's been a handful of 2-death round wins.
That's about as good as it gets.
On a map like Vault, yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah, Rocket right now, we talked about hope. It's gone. It feels as if you can really pull it back here. I mean, this is one of the most unbelievable regains, one of the most unbelievable tests of human resolve that we have seen in the COD League. The stats might be broken.
It might be, definitely are. Joe Deceives is on a larger streak than he has been, so yeah.
I had a point to make. It doesn't matter. You're absolutely right. Well, opening trades. Forget it. It's fine. Opening trades are going to be done, and it is going to be technically Rocker up top, if not for Beats, who flies in. And now toe-to-toe with Geo, who continues to be a wonderful watch in the 1v1 moments. These stats are real. Kleenex is 15 and 7.
Oh, we're back, yes.
Yeah, we are G for now. Shout out the observers, doing their best. One segment down at A. Happy birthday, Q! We'll get that later, don't worry. Lock in, everyone.
Kenny's doing all right. On offense, he's been fine at the very least. 9 and 10 doesn't look great, but they did just get slammed on the defensive end. And Estriel started off 3 and 10, so he's been solid on the attack as well. A much slower capture on this one, but every kill has been perfect. A 5 life advantage, plenty of time to work with. You get Estriel towards the zone. Rocker fighting.
Fighting indeed. And this is it. The test of the resolve, and it is being tested. Geo, we are battling truly tooth and nail here against the might of Ultra, who have got a perfect setup looking over this point. Oh, we fan out. We find some kills. Minnesota not as aggressive towards time. They are worried about the other two members who have been flanking. A possible opportunity missed. You've got to find a couple more outrageous wins.
Oh my, and just shot on the cross. He's trying to kill Kleenex. The stun lands in his face and a 4-man wipe, and there you go. That's the round.
That's it. Wow, it's minute 30 and 15 lives. Oh, 17 lives, sorry. That could have been the chance. That could have been the opportunity now. A possible hit now through mid. It's going to be an insight. Yeah, who gets right back up top. Again, an immaculate position to be defending from. He does have a teammate to back him up there. Over the top sends Joe now to clear out the bottom side of Vault. No one's going to be home for the time being. A minute to play.
There's just no room to breathe either. You're trying to worry about the pace. They had a 5-life advantage, and they maintained that for a bit, but that has begun to evaporate. Only a 3-kill difference now. A minute and a half, as you stated, when the 4-man wipe happened. Well, 50% of that is gone. You do have pressure over towards the B zone, but Insight's behind you. The Thorn in your side. Now you can make it towards B, and they have the trophy, or they don't have trophies yet, but still in a good spot.
It's not going to save you from this. It's not going to save you from Joe or Insight on the pinch. Jamie Craven, he kills nearly everything. The teamwork once again from Ultra. The positioning fantastic, but 6 lives. They are technically down. 35 on the clock.
And they're coming to hunt him down. Insight just wants to waste as much time as he can. 2 players to deal with, and he gives nothing to his teammates, but he does slow him down. So 5 lives remaining, but only 25 seconds on the clock. No respawns remaining. Ultra have to live.
We're on it. We're on it. Joe pushed the advantage. He has the hit points to work with here, but oh dear, doesn't have Estro. The kill's good. Estro gets traded out. That's it. Surely. That's it. Geo done. 15 seconds. One final stab. One chance, Minnesota Rocker. You're going to go out on your knees, or you're going to go out on your feet. Here we go. It's a fight. No lives for Ultra. Quick contest. Anyone there on the trade? Yeah, over the top. It's not done yet. Nero staying alive. No angle to cover it. Last man left alive, Estriel, and he will go down fighting on the point. 3-0 in control. 3-0 in the series. Ultra. What a clean dispatch here on Mother's Day.
Yeah, and with 3 3-0s on the day, we know which team. No, I'm not going to make a Mother's Day joke, but yeah, fantastic work there by Ultra. Certainly you're looking to come out and dominate. That's exactly what they did, and I think that look from Nero tells it all. Honest to God, Minnesota did not play poorly in this series. It just did not make a difference. They get throttled. The S&D, they had the 1v2 clutch. They had a perfect like round 1. Kenny was able to give you 3 first bloods consistently. You lost 6 rounds in a row. Inside able to get a Hellstorm. Nero dropped 40 on map number 1, and no one got